we return to Logus and the newly christened Young Reliables as they engage in their first adventure under their new name. Or not so much a adventure so much as it is walking into a forest and getting ambushed by bandits on purpose. A
Oh, was this on purpose? Okay.
Yeah.
a substantial band of bandits has, in fact, attempted to make a mess of your pots and pans, and in some cases are doing so quite well, as Biblo is currently on fire, as is your cart.
Okay.
Um, and your horse, rather, Binky, has escaped the confines of the burning cart and is now attempting to go on a rampage.
Sweet.
Um, though it has thus far proven not particularly effective at doing so. Um, and so we come back to the beginning of our uh, whatever this is. Ah, yeah, the initiative counter. Let me excuse me. Tone is continuing to just not work, right?
Yeah.
Um, right. Um, Tomb, do we have an alternative or?
Someone could stream a YouTube
Have you tried?
song and we all watch it.
Well, we've tried Tone like the last 3 times, and he just like stops playing after a couple minutes. But I don't mind trying again.
You can toggle someone from the or target someone from the initiative order?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You can also do this.
Nice. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm pinging him by
Oh.
pressing the button in the initiative order.
Oh,
Did it
cool.
work?
And I can tap it a whole bunch, which makes it look really funny.
And if multiple people do it, it becomes multicolored.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know how to do that.
Speaking of pinging, the mysterious centaur who has come to your aid actually goes first. So
Yay!
let's see what he can do.
He's huge.
Oh, he's large.
Okay. How big?
Literally, he's in the large size category.
Oh.
That's why he takes up 4 squares. Up, there it goes. Tone died.
Just give me it.
Dun 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 dun.
I didn't even hear Tone to begin with.
Dun
Yeah, me neither.
dun 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 dun
Just
dun.
paste the track and I'll play it in my thing.
Oh, alright.
Jurassic Park.
That's not helping, Numa.
I don't know what you want.
You not to do that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So double
There you go.
speed. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Musictron. You are truly the superior music bot. The centaur is going to rear back and then suddenly leap forward. He doesn't necessarily want to end up there. I can move up to double his distance though, so he could actually get to here. But he'd still be moving through the, yeah. He's going to avoid moving through those brambles, but he is going to move in this way, trampling these guys in front of him. as a 3-round action. And I can, I believe, just throw this into chat. Oop, there we go. And take this bandit scout and do it. Boop. Take this guy. Oh, he succeeded. That guy also succeeds. That guy doesn't. And that guy doesn't. Actually, he critically fails. That's unfortunate for him. So our centaur friend, basic reflex doubles on a critical failure. So that guy is fucked. Especially when he rolls maximum damage. Oh, that's with his, is it? Wait a second, did I roll the right damage there? Yes, I did. How about that?
Oof.
Oof, indeed. So this guy gets dealt the double damage.
Brutal.
So he gets utterly run over. These two guys... Oh no, this guy gets dealt half, which is still enough to knock him out. This guy gets dealt half, which is also enough to knock him out. And then this guy gets dealt full. So yeah, just using his body mass to plow through them. They are basically sent hither and yon, falling to the ground, partially trampled, and quite unconscious. Not dead though. I should note that.
No, they're dead. Brutally dead.
No, they're not dead. But they are.
Stampeded to a gory pulp.
No, I don't think so. I feel you are incorrect on that point. But they are unconscious. Oh, not you. They are unconscious and on the ground. And Quinta, is now your turn.
That's me. Okay. I cannot remember if my weapon is... Oh, it is loaded. Cool, look at that. It says... I have a buff that says loaded. Cool.
Nice.
Why am I being pinged?
This is your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna shoot this man.
Oh, I think he's dead.
Okay, you hit him. With your gun. Well, it's actually pretty low damage for you.
I know, but it's still pretty funny.
Which guy was this?
The guy
This
right next
the
to
guy
me.
you're targeting, of course. Yeah, well, as might not be surprising, you blow a hole in his chest. You just sort of push him backwards with your musket and hip fire it directly into his ribcage, and there's a splot and a shaking of leaves as the bullet travels straight through him and leaves a fairly large exit wound. He collapses to the ground with a gurgle.
Sweet.
Damn.
Reload. And then, this guy in the center of these three dudes, he's like their leader type, right?
He appears to be
Yeah.
such, yes.
Oops, I did not mean to move. Well, you know what? I'm gonna. I see the Biblo is in danger, and thus I must protect my friend Biblo. I
No,
missed.
Biblo!
Critically missed.
Yes. You do not shoot B-blow, which is nice, but I also meant to tell you that you did have shooting at that guy did was with rather he benefited from cover
Lesser
because
cover.
you had your friend and
Or
your
Woody.
enemy between you and him, Or actually, rather just Biblo
It's
between you and-
Biblo's small.
Biblo's small. He's also on fire. He's a little distracting right now.
Yeah. That's fair.
Anyway,
Sorry, people. I tried.
this bandit is
Mother of mercy.
is gonna take a sling out. And he's gonna try and sling it at this large centaur man, and is going to miss entirely. And is going to go, you know, I may have had enough of this. And he's actually going to move back to here behind this additional set of brambles, and then take his sling and sling it at, well, we'll go at the same guy, why not? Another sling. Oh, he missed again. He actually couldn't have hit. That's too bad. Alright. The bandit, angry and gnashing, and
A little nervous.
a little nervous because of Talos, who is somehow underneath Binky. I think Talos got moved at some point. Let me just reset Talos's movement history and Binky's.
Thank you.
You are welcome. He is a little shaken by this whole Talos thing, and instead he's gonna go over here. You get the Minotaur. I'll get this guy who keeps shooting my boys. What? Okay. And instead he maneuvers around this scout and comes over to you, Quint, with a hammer and an angry glare.
What if we didn't do that?
He hits you with a hammer.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no, he misses!
Hey.
But he's gonna take another swing at you. Before, well, I'm gonna, let me see, frightened creatures, right? So there would need to be he would need to frighten you somehow, which he has not. So instead he is just going to attempt to hit you with the hammer again.
No.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh. I look so cool right now. Like it's like a lot of flips and dodges, and then like a parry, you know.
I'm imagining a lot of parries. You're sort of. I'm not sure if Henry Cavill is a half orc ex-soldier really evokes flips to me, but you know,
No, he
hey,
does.
that's up to you.
You know what? No, never mind. He doesn't flip, but it is a lot of like kind of like
He catches
you
the
know,
hammer with
sh-
his teeth.
I mean, you
shifts
are
to the
trained in
side.
acrobatics, so you could.
Combat roll.
Heck yeah.
Combat roll. Combat
Yeah.
roll.
Okay, it's kind of like how like a boxer bobs and weaves a little bit. You know,
Mhm.
like just slip in the blow a little bit.
Mhm. Okay. Biblo, you're on fire.
Yeah, how
Fine.
do I deal with that?
No, you could try putting
do-
yourself out.
How does that take an action? All actions?
I believe it's two
actions?
actions.
Two
Oh,
Two
actions.
actions.
Mhm.
Yes.
I call them two actions be blow.
Yes.
And
Two
it's like-
action.
It's to attempt to put out the fire. Or does it put the fire out?
It depends on Sal's. Here, I'll post the page here.
Oh,
the
yeah,
damage rolls.
Excuse me.
Don't die.
Mm-hmm.
Depends
You
on
can't-
what you do.
Yeah, you can. You're essentially. Yeah. So explain how exactly you're trying to put this fire out. Are you basically just patting it out, rolling on the floor?
Will it put it out?
It will definitely help. Basically, you're going to be making it easier for you to put it out if you take more drastic efforts. It's just, if you roll around on the floor, you might end up prone instead of on fire.
And it's only dealing 1 damage to me though.
You're only a little on fire. That is true.
All right, I'm not gonna waste my time.
You'll continue being on fire.
Instead, you'll be like a terrifying figure, like flinging
Yeah,
around. All
a
on
tiny,
fire.
fiery scarecrow of a
You
guy.
don't know, it might
Yeah,
go out by itself.
How do I? Oh man, spellcasting, huh? Crazy,
Y'all hear about spellcasting?
right? It's wild. Oh wait, oh,
Hmm?
jeez Louise. Can he take a steppy
He can.
here?
Yes.
Okay. He's on fire with the cart.
Mm-hmm.
And then can he cast telekinetic projectile at the big man?
Sure. What are you projectiling at him?
Are there big rocks in this road, or is it? How do
Heck
you
yeah,
imagine?
this road is like gravel, and
Yeah.
yeah, you can absolutely you could throw a fistful of gravel at him, but there are definitely rocks or just like heavy branches,
Plenty of stuff.
shards of glass
Find
from
a
the.
big rock that's like tumbled to the side of the road or whatever.
Yeah, I mean there's rocks over here.
Hit him
And
Just a
with a
chunk
rock.
of dirt.
And knock him in the head with a rock. Yeah.
all right, roll to hit him in the head with a rock.
Cast.
This would be a bludgeoning projectile.
Oh, I didn't. I got a
Yeah,
target.
you still have
There we
time.
go.
You press T and then press
Yeah.
do which
that's
kind you're
cool.
doing, and then you'll have the attack roll.
Bludgeon his freaking head in.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, you have to press so many buttons before you get it. Oh, come on.
Oh, rats. He is able
Ah.
to duck out of the way of their incoming rock.
Well, I am on fire. Ah!
Yeah.
Okay. I have to make a phone call real quick.
Okay.
But that's my turn!
How dare you?
Bye below. Like goodbye with the people.
All right. I'll just roll the
This if you just in the Eternal will roll automatically, remember?
No, I don't.
Well, now you remember. Now I reminded you. There you go.
Hey, it didn't
Is
roll
it-
automatically. It just dealt
Oh.
the damage.
Yeah.
Braining
I mean, there's a
can't
button there.
be,
There you go. Ah.
Sorry, Biblo, you
People
remain on
still
fire.
Liberating step is not a what you call it anymore, right? It's not a.
It's
Is that a focus thing? Oh my God.
It's a reaction.
Turn?
it's a reaction. Yeah, it's not a focus point.
It's only 1 damage.
You might want to save that for something else.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Because it's a pretty considerable amount of damage reduction.
Right. So which bandit is this? Ah, it's this bandit. This bandit is going to. He's gonna maneuver thusly,
It's all the way over there. Jeez.
and he is going to. Now you're all kind of bunched up and stuff, so he doesn't have much room to aim with his sling here, but he is still going to attempt to sling a rock at Quint.
No.
It's hard up here at the top. Haha!
But he'll miss. So he'll take another rock and do it again. But he'll miss again.
Haha!
As Quint rocks go flying past you. Harmlessly. This bandit is unconscious.
Yep.
Kea, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to summon a protector shroom
Hey!
right here.
Okay. Can
That
you
seems like a decent spot.
You should be able to grab him and drag him out of the he should be under the
player.
players folder.
Okay. Players, protector shroom. Give me.
Not working?
I think you're the only one who can drag them out into the.
Too bad.
Oh. Oh my God!
As
Uh,
this appears out of the
Oh,
ground,
no.
What the fuck?
Wow, I'm scarred. I don't want to see this thing anymore. I ruined my life.
Erupting out of the ground and moving to intercede between you and your enemies.
Yep. You're welcome. And then I'm gonna hand Beeble a Elixir of Life minor.
Oh,
Can I link that to the chat? Can I just
sure, you should be
just
able
drag it
to
right-
just
drag
drag
it
it
right
right
into
into the chat.
Bloop.
Or you can just click the item icon and that will also put in the chat. There you go.
Thank you.
Yep.
Let me at Beeble.
Okay, and then
Why am I the true
the shroom says it.
Oh no!
Don't worry, little one. I will protect you. Now drink of my supple potion.
Anyway, this bandit
The
is
mushroom feeds people like a baby.
I have no regrets.
this bandit is going to try and hit the centaur with a club. He'll actually succeed
No!
No!
for a mighty 1 damage, as he just sort of like smacks him on the haunch with his club, and it just sort of like bounces off. The centaur has a slight muscle reflex before looking back at him and giving him a sort of "what are you doing" expression. At which point, the bandit will rethink his life and is going to
Go back to school.
move over to here.
Get a trade job.
And he's going to take out a sling and he's going to aim at Cecil and he's going to throw it at him. Actually, he's going to aim at
No.
Adaz because he's a little bit more visible, but still not very, and still misses. Talos, is your turn.
Alright. Hi, I'm back. Why is there a buff mushroom on my screen?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Nightmare Fuel
No,
is what that
I
is.
should worry a bit
I said,
about it.
don't worry about it.
I'm gonna worry about it. It's only got one leg.
It's currently
two
holding
legs.
people. It's holding
One leg
people
is
like
in
a.
shadow. There
holding
are
Beeble
two
out-
legs.
no. It's holding people like a baby and feeding him a baby bottle.
Yeah,
Filled
don't
with red
ask
fluid.
questions you don't want the answers of.
Where did it get the baby bottle from?
Okay, I
Oh.
gave it to him.
Don't
Don't worry
question
about it.
it.
I see.
Nightmare.
Well, I guess it's good you told me, because I would have wrestled it.
I shall use my hero point to reroll.
Okay.
What the actual hell? I rolled a 2.
If you just right click on the...
Oh, you got one better. Wow.
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 Well, it is an improvement. Unfortunately, you do not successfully strike the bandit. He dodges out of the way of your blow. You do have 2 actions left with which to miss a second time. So you do have 1 action left. Perhaps to
Raise your shield.
raise your shield.
I. Okay. I have nothing else to say.
Yeah, we'll skip past that turn. Let's not linger.
Pinky!
Binky.
Oh
He's
no,
out for
Binky's an
vengeance.
enemy. I just realized he's marked as enemy.
Oh,
He's
really?
gonna kill us.
Oh, I'll fix that. There we go.
There we go. Now he's nice.
Mm-hmm. And not to this guy though, because he is going to attempt to hoof him right in the face. He will critically hit this poor man,
No, Vicky.
dealing him 18 damage.
The bloodlust.
Yeah, Binky stoves this guy's head and he is dead. He gets landed on by a ton of horse and dies.
Hoof covered in blood and guts and brains.
Binky is satisfied. Eight Eyes, it's your turn.
Alright. Who shall I wrestle? I guess I'll move forward and wrestle this dude. Alright. I'm gonna click T. Oh, right, my macro doesn't work anymore. And then I gotta open up my character sheet.
Yeah, you have to roll the old-fashioned way, sorry.
I gotta roll the old fashioned way. Give me a second, I always forget which tab it is. Not that tab, not that tab. There it is. Alright. Unarmed attack.
Nice.
You successfully strike this man.
Damage.
You successfully damage this man. He is, however, still standing afterwards as you punch him with your fist.
Curious
Go for
for
the kill.
curiosity. Yeah, curious for curiosity's sake. I was about to say I took a 5-step forward, so I should be able to do unarmed attack.
You still have an action actually, and you still and you do hit.
Flare blows.
Damage.
Hell yeah.
Nice. He is still standing. By the way, you don't have gorilla stance on.
Yeah, you should turn that on.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm going Donkey Kong.
All right. Well, that would be the since you've really already made your attacks, that would be your last action for the turn, I believe, right?
That's fine. Did I go Donkey Kong? It seems like I did not.
It doesn't look like you did. Now you have. There you go.
Okay. I've gone Seth Green.
All
Or
right.
whatever his name is.
You take on a gorilla stance with your spider visage and look very intimidating.
You look like a banana.
Oh, I'd be really intimidated if you had done that before hitting me.
I forgot. I'm fasting.
Well, that's okay, I understand. Cecil, it's your turn.
Alright, Cecil.
Cecil,
Well,
you've also had some bad luck this combat, so I'm interested to
I
see
have.
how you redeem yourself.
You not rolled a
Yes.
single thing.
I have not, yeah.
Very
I am going
embarrassing.
to do a telekinetic projectile on this guy right here.
Okay, don't make a fool out of yourself.
Send it flying at him. I'll go with bludgeoning. Throw a
Okay.
rock at him.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
See, and nope.
What's your fucking problem right now?
Dodges
know.
out of the way.
Yeah. And then with my last action, I will raise my shield.
Okay. Cecil, you have raised a shield.
You gotta be doing this on purpose. I can't like it's what's the chances of just continuously rolling critical misses?
It's pretty impressively low.
Yeah, like this is you gotta go do the lottery now because it's like what's gonna happen? It's clearly building up to a singularity here.
Boss, we're getting wrecked here.
Canada have a
Don't
lottery?
you leave me, or I'll hit you with my hammer. The bandit looks back from his boss, back to you, back to his boss and his hammers, before sighing and attempting to swing at you with a short sword, a short sword, 8 Eyes, as you did attack him.
Oh well, I guess you can. That's fair.
Rah! But he misses severely. He will attempt again to strike. Oh, wow, that was even worse. And at this
What
point,
the-
he's just everyone's rolling very poorly. It's universal. He is going to, yeah, fuck this, and he starts running back towards the woods.
Hmm.
And we come back to the beginning of the turn. the mysterious centaur is going to take his bow and aim at these human bandits. And loose arrows with some difficulty because for some reason the strikes, the buttons are appearing at the top of the. Well, that doesn't help.
The token action head.
Yeah, as the
Yeah, it's a glitch
appearing
that can happen sometimes.
above.
Yeah, you got to go in the settings and toggle it back and forth quick. You can also just move it by holding one of the buttons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, all right. You know what? I didn't realize that I could move it around. Yeah, that's acceptable. Fires the bow.
Oh! I think someone's dead.
Impaling the man. Taking aim at the second.
Jesus.
I know where your luck went.
He stole it.
Yeah.
Also, I did that damage to the centaur instead of the guy, which was not what I meant to do. But all right, so
Wait. Why is?
he then draws another arrow before aiming it at the skullcracker, but not really having a good shot through all of you. Holds his final action.
So with most of the characters, everything else I see like a heart. When I'm
And for him, it says nice.
Yeah, it just says nice. I was thinking, what the hell? Nice.
Nice.
Oh, because
We know how much health he has.
he presently has 69 out of 75 HP.
That's very good. Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice. Nice.
Amazing.
Nice. Quint, it's your
He
turn.
has more
Why
health
is
than
Quint-
several of us combined.
Oh, it's because he's
Nice.
encumbered. I don't know how he got encumbered. Why is Quint holding so much stuff?
I don't know.
What? Why am I encumbered?
I don't know.
My equipment hasn't changed.
Is the weight on your soul?
I'm actually really confused. Why is that?
I genuinely don't know.
Did you
oh,
reload your
yeah.
gun with one big bullet?
No.
So what's
Nothing
up with the
being-
mushroom?
That field.
So the mushroom has handed you a health potion, by the way.
What? Cool. Does he look like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that
How big
there isn't
is
anything added to that add max bulk section on the front of the character sheet on Quinterons, is there?
I'm sorry?
There's a add max bulk section or add encumbered bulk?
No, that's not. That's not.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
it's just
No, let's do something in his
randomly.
inventory then.
Yeah, in his inventory, something has increased to increased his bulk past his limit for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
My carried bulk is 7 semicolon 8L. And then slash over encumbered 6. I don't know what that means.
No.
I was waiting for Rita to come back and see the mushroom.
Oh, I've been looking at that thing for a while. I like walked to the kitchen and walked back and it was there and I was like, what? I was on the phone, so I couldn't ask.
In the meantime.
You hit.
Cool. Well, didn't do great, but you know what? That's fine. We're gonna reload again. And we're
You
gonna-
kind of hit. You sort of like fire over his head, and it's really more the sound that strikes him than anything.
Okay.
And for the second time, he is right next to you, so it is a little bit difficult to get a beat on him when he's moving around so much. And he does keep hitting the end of your musket with his hammers just before you're able to get a shot off, and as a result, neither of them land exactly home.
Well,
I mean, hey, damage is damage at least.
yeah.
that leaves the bandit to angrily strike at you with his hammers himself. Roaring out in frustration as he realizes the battle has gone against him, but not willing to give up so easily. Quint, you get bonked. Wait, does
No, he doesn't.
the shroom, what?
The shroom.
How much does it absorb?
It can take 10 damage, so it absorbed all 5 of that.
Okay.
Just a giant hand grabs the hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, he's interposed. Oh, look at that.
Yep, a giant, muscly mushroom hand
Wow.
interposes itself between you and the hammer blow, as the bandit stares at it incredulously before attempting to strike at you again with his, well, hammer.
Be strong, my mushroom.
But this time misses. He's gonna try one more time. Tragically, he does not succeed. He is frankly quite upset about the mushroom.
As he should be.
Beebler Badabler. Is
I
your
love
turn.
the idea that that guy's attack on that mushroom made like the squeakiest, foamiest little sound.
Yeah, this is
Just like, just like nothing. Like,
By the way, you have been handed one of these.
oh. Is it? Oh yeah. Activate is a move. Oh,
Yeah, just one action to drink it.
cool. I'll do that.
Slurp, slurp.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets handed the little potion and looks at the big mushroom and he goes,
It's in
Oh,
a it's
nice.
in a baby bottle.
how am I? Oh my god. Yeah. He just says, how am I supposed to compete with this? The funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. And he rolls the dice, I guess.
Hey, bye.
Hey. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, should I have like selected myself or something? I gave it to the bandit. No!
That's fine. You
Which
just select
bandit?
yourself and click the.
The skullcracker. I gave
I don't
him
think
the...
I don't think it.
It,
I
it
don't
didn't
think it got
heal
added
him.
to him,
Don't worry.
'cause he got
Oh,
permission.
okay. 'Cause his name is on the thing and it's targeted, and I was okay. So I have to add that manually then to me.
Yeah.
Okay. How do I do?
If you just select yourself and click
Oh yeah.
heal.
Oh.
Yep.
Wait. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Get back.
Oh. That's an option, huh?
Mhm.
Cool.
There you go.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. That's one action.
It is.
Okay. Lovely. Okay. Well, shit. I don't know. I'll just inspire courage, maybe. I'll inspire courage.
Hey, that's always a good thing to do.
And then I'll
Alright, I need to do the thing,
just sort of
which is
distance myself.
this. I'm now courage inspired.
Remember when to inspire courage in yourselves.
Yeah.
I did. I just remembered. You can't tell that to me
Whoa.
post memory.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's just how far it reaches.
Yeah. How do I
That's
get
far.
rid of it?
Yeah, how far?
Click
Yeah, what
the ruler thing and
know.
click the L-shaped ruler in the corner, and then you
Oh,
can delete
dear.
it with that. By
Yeah,
hovering
what
over.
is-
There you go.
I'll. Thank you.
What is the range on inspire courage, anyways?
60
Big.
60
feet.
feet. It was that yellow. All that yellow.
Damn, that's
Here's
big.
the-
That's
Yep.
huge.
Mhm. Talos and
Talos
Quint, don't
and
forget
Quint.
to grab that inspire courage effect.
Use it or lose it.
Tomb, I thought I saw when you had or one of your players used inspire courage, it actually applied automatically. What was that?
Yes, it was a Pathfinder 2e workbench.
Okay.
I think you have that installed, right? I can't remember.
I do. It's just I guess that's just something I'll have
Yeah,
to look to enable.
there's an effect, an aura effect called Aura Inspire Courage.
Okay.
You should be able to find it if you search for it.
I will.
All right.
All right, Quint, so you don't lose it. I'll put it on you. And Beebo, I
Hey,
believe
you
you have
forgot-
an
you forgot
action left.
I forgot the horse.
Oh,
I used
true.
it to move.
Ah,
Pinky gets inspired.
you're right.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Oh, also the cart is at its half hit points. Just so you know.
That's good.
Well, no, any more damage and it breaks.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's on fire. Sorry, that happened at the beginning of the round, so. We come to this human bandit. Also, Biblo, you take 1 damage from being on fire, but you can roll your recovery check to try and put yourself out, or actually to see if it just goes out. It does not. Alright, this bandit, who is still uninjured, is going to take aim with his sling and attempt to sling it at 8 Eyes since he's not in cover.
No, you
Take
don't have
this.
to do that. I'm 17.
He misses.
Okay.
He'll try again, this time at Talos. He misses worse.
It'll be fine.
You know what? He's gonna try it again. Just to show him. It did not succeed. He's not effectively effective with his sling.
It's good to dream, you know?
Yes. Yes. True. Kea, it is your turn.
Get a new cart, or we'll get a new cart. Okay.
I mean, broken doesn't mean it's destroyed. It's just broken.
Okay.
As long as we get
So-
it, make sure it's not on fire anymore, so it doesn't get destroyed.
Yep. Why is this always 35 feet? Oh, okay. There we go. So this is about 30 feet. So I'm just going to step, and then I will do my little lightning thing to these people. Da, 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 da. Electric arc.
Nice. Okay. If you target both of them, you did. So
I did.
just roll their reflex saving throw. Whoop, he failed. And, well, the scout succeeded. The scout only has 1 HP
Nice.
left, so he's probably not gonna care too
No,
much
he'll be
about
fine.
succeeded. Alright, roll your damage.
Nice.
Alright, this scout is electrocuted to death.
No.
Okay, what's up? And-
The electric
Oh
chair.
no, and he turned into that thing from Warcraft.
It'll bring to life. Feels bad, man.
And the bandit Skullcracker is also electrocuted, leaving him smoking and breathing heavy, but not defeated. As a blood vessel bursts in his eye, and he grits his teeth and gives a final roar of defiance, preparing to bludgeon you all to death or die trying. This man is unconscious.
That's not very
This
nice.
man is unconscious. Talos, is your turn.
Gonna have a wonderful day in the neighborhood. These, let's just go take care of this guy. Is he? That's just dazed, right?
Yes. And dazzled, actually.
Dazzled.
And I
Dazzled.
believe, actually, that should be off at this point.
Oh,
Probably.
yeah. Well, let's go dazzle his brain a little bit with this. Oh, I mean with this.
Haha!
Nice.
Did I hit?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Wait, you're selected Bandit Scout, not Skullcracker.
That is
Oh.
true. You're aiming at the wrong thing. It might not actually
Uh,
hit. Let me check. It does not. I'm sorry.
Okay, I will reroll. Wait, how many? How many precision do we have? 2, right?
Hero points. At this level, you only have one. I'm afraid.
Oh, never mind.
I mean,
Well,
no, you reward themselves
Oh yeah, that's true.
once an hour if you want to.
It's true.
listen, I've been
Um,
looking pretty
you have
beautiful
rolled-
today, and Arnold, might favor me.
You know what? Fine. Have another hero point.
Yeah, bribe him with your good art.
True. All right. Boom. Oh my!
All right. Heaven and hell.
You're still
Arn-
targeting the wrong one, but
I know. I targeted the right one.
Yes.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
I have the right guy.
Get
well, no,
cold.
because you were
Ow.
still that original attack was on the bandit scout, so even though you were rolled, but 28 should
No.
hopefully still hit. I don't know if it'll crit though.
I targeted the. I have this.
Yeah,
guy
but no,
targeted.
the
Yeah.
original attack was on the bandit scout, so when you rerolled, it still went
Oh.
against the bandit scout. Yeah.
It's just rolling the old attack, not the. That's
Mhm.
not the. Well, I mean, it hits at
and
least, right?
It does hit. Unfortunately, it does not crit. It's one off.
Sad.
It is.
I
But
hate
you
when
rolled
that
max
happens.
damage, which is enough to bludgeon him to the ground. Is this lethal?
No.
Okay.
He will kind of stumble forward and accidentally just full force bonk him in the head and goes, "Oh, sorry," and then it's knock him out. And I'll raise my shield again.
Yeah. You indeed do sort of just bonk him in the head accidentally a little bit too hard. The boss hitting his bald skull with a nasty crack, and he collapses to the ground.
He falls to the ground, cracks his head on the back of a rock.
Yes, immediately dead.
Not like that.
Okay. It's now Binky's turn. Binky is going to realize that he's a horse and is just going to sort of maneuver to
What did he
where
think he was
there's
before?
less violence and eat some grass.
What did he think he was before? Before he realized he was a horse?
2 cats.
A murder
In the
horse.
trench coat.
Oh God.
Why are the cats in a trench coat?
Where are these
Why
cats always getting these trench coats from? That's what I want to know.
It's
Eight Eyes, it's your turn.
It's a concentrate.
Okay. You know what it is.
There is
You
one
know how it
human
be.
bandit left, and he appears ready to,
Over here.
yes, make his way to freedom as soon as possible.
Oh,
Or you could save the cart.
I mean, I don't want to walk over there. I'm also
Save the
just,
cart.
I'm just a little guy. I'm just a wee little guy. I'm 17. I'm gonna save the cart.
Okay.
What does it mean to save the cart?
Just trying to put the fire out through whatever means. At this point, really, the only thing you can sort of do is try to slap or stomp out the
He
flames.
starts
Um,
blowing up.
That's probably not going to help.
With my
Don't,
yeah, I guess
don't doubt 8 Eyes
Alright.
lung capacity.
it's time to invent a profession of firefighting. Put 'em up. Put 'em up. Put 'em
That
up.
already exists.
Shut up.
You manifest a fire elemental, and it does actually put him up and punches you in the face. But no, just roll a d20 and tell me what it is.
You said 1d20, right?
1d20.
A
Hey.
14.
14.
Okay. Spending your spending 2 actions to actively put it out. You needed a 10, so you do successfully put the cart out.
Nice.
That's I have invented the profession of firefighting. You know what this needs? A bright yellow coat and a big hat. Also, Binky should be in all red and have a hose.
Cecil, is your turn. Your horse is running off.
Well,
Kind of. He's doing it very lackadaisically.
I will try to get the horse.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Binky readily yields to you as soon as you grab the reins.
All right.
All right.
I think that's my turn.
It is. Which brings us back to your mysterious clip-clopping friend, who is going to walk over to here, and he's going to take aim at the bandit, before just shouting at him, "Go!" Quint, what do you do?
He's I'm sorry. It's he's telling the centaur guy is telling the last bandits to go.
Yes.
The run off, yeah. There's one left.
I'm not gonna shoot him. It's fine.
Mhm.
I am gonna reload my gun,
Mhm.
and then I'm just gonna yeah, kind of stand at attention to make sure nobody else is coming at us.
All right. Biblo, you remain on fire.
Yeah, I would like to not be on fire anymore, I think.
All right.
So
If you would like, just make a. If you want to spend a couple actions actually putting out. Actually, if you want to spend a third action, you can lower it even further. To lower
Yeah.
this flat check, just roll a d20.
How do I? Oh,
You can type it
no.
in with /r d20, /r
Also the
space d20, and
buttons at the
also there
bottom.
is a little button at the bottom that is
Oh,
a
of
d20.
course, there's a little button at the bottom.
I was about to
dang
say, if
fool.
that was your roll, you were incredibly unlucky,
was-
but luckily
that was my roll.
that was Tombstone rolling.
Oh.
Incredible. Okay, you
Wow.
needed a 5,
Oh.
spending your entire turn to do that. So, after wrestling with your burning hat, swinging it around, smacking it against things, and eventually stomping it out, you are no longer on fire.
Nice.
Congratulations. And with that, we will get to this last human bandit who is going to flee off the field.
Oh my god.
Flee, I say.
He ran. He ran away.
He does.
We did it though. We won.
You did.
Do we want to tie up any of the people we want to like keep or talk to, and then I can do like a general healing burst thing?
And there's a bunch of them. So
I mean, yeah.
here, I'll come back with Binky.
Or I could just move like here and then, well, no, everyone's still pretty close.
I
Let's
mean,
bring
we
Binky
want
to
to tie them up first, and also
Yeah.
find out what the deal is with the centaur.
Hello, sir. Thank you for your assistance.
You're welcome. I feel that I actually rather owe you an apology, but let's get these bandits tied up, and perhaps then I can explain.
Yes.
Do any of you have rope?
Yes.
Yes.
I think all of
Yep.
us do if we have adventurer packs.
All right.
Yep.
Well, then you have ample rope with which to tie up your prisoners.
And a cart to put them in.
Yes.
We'll leave the car on fire.
Well, the
No, it's
card
already on fire.
is extinguished. Oh, right, and then there's these 3. All right. Leaving you with 8 captured bandits, as well as a substantial number of no longer alive bandits.
Yes.
The Shruma protection, actually, yeah, the Shruma protection actually just stays there, doesn't it?
Yeah, if you will it, it can now grow there as just like a tree or a shroom rather.
A tree-sized muscular flexing mushroom.
True. You can remove it from this world if you don't want it here, but
I
it
mean-
also has the ability to grow forever.
I'll
Right.
always be there.
It's your choice, really. I mean, option wise, it's in a shady place. It seems it would be there's no reason for it not to continue growing on its own, even if it loses its magicalness. So eventually, it will just turn into a giant mushroom.
Yeah, I feel like it'll just sort of like relax. It'll pat the nearest person on the head and just become a normal but abnormally large shroom.
That was one of the stranger things I've ever seen. Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
1 second. Who's hurt? Alright. And then I'm going to cast heal at 3 actions.
All right.
All
Damn.
the actions.
Well, I'll probably wake some of the bandits up too, but they're tied up. So.
That's why I waited for them to be tied up.
Yeah.
I can also move, but here, let me move over here.
Just everybody
Two.
scoots over.
For everyone.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's 2 for everyone. So that's
Oh,
like
especially the horse.
Yes, Binky does heal for 2.
Poggers.
like 16 HP overall for everyone.
Thank you.
Well,
Boom.
that's better than nothing. If
A
anyone's still
max
hurt,
HP,
I have
baby.
2 more little potions for people.
Cecil is going to attempt to repair the wagon.
That was actually optimal for me.
Does anyone need additional healing? 8 Eyes, how you doing?
I'll roll to help Cecil.
I think he's breaking his fast.
Ah.
He's Cecil's
I'm
in worse
fine.
shape.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
I'm at 10 to
Alright.
26. I need 16 more HP.
Well, you can have 1 of my little potions, and then I will
Okay.
keep 1 for a panic moment. There you go. Taketh of mine alchemy. Ooh!
Hey, I got max. Nice.
Nice.
I only need 10 more HP.
Yeah, Cecil, you feel substantially better after drinking that.
Yes.
Okay, so now that no one's actively dying, hi, Kanalis
We are
Nestle,
all
nice to meet
actively
you.
dying.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. My name is Danan.
Here, let me
not.
stop.
Like the
There
ogre?
you go.
What ogre?
You
What?
misheard me, but that's alright. No, carry on.
Did you say yogurt?
Maybe.
Oh, my God.
Hello.
You're a silly person, Rita.
They have little leaves in Hero Forge? That's adorable.
Oh yeah, you can put those on the base.
I forgot he was a centaur, and I was deeply confused of what was going on down there.
Yeah, what is with his legs?
Oh yeah, Sals, can I attempt to do some repairing on the
Yeah, I thought you
wagon?
were.
while we're having some time?
Mhm.
Okay. Alright, I'll just roll a regular crafting check because I can't drag an item because of the wagon. but
Well,
yeah.
you appear to succeed.
Nice.
I forget how much you
10
actually repair.
I dragged the thing in there for you so you can check. I think it's 10 HP.
Yep, you do restore 10 hit points, plus an additional 10 for proficiency rank in crafting. So 20 if you're trained. You are trained in crafting, correct?
Yes.
Right. So you actually you put this cart back up to tip-top
There we
shape,
go. Nice.
using some extra boards inside and just random wood that you get from around the forest. Strangely enough, it's a little singed and it's got some wonky bits,
That's
but
character.
it is definitely a little bit more unique.
Anyway, yeah, once Cecil's done with that, says, "Hello, I am Cecil Highland, and these are my compatriots."
These
Allow
are-
them to introduce themselves.
Yes, because you must be the noble lord whom these bandits were ambushing,
Yes. That was the cover story.
right? It's not very often I'd see a party of adventurers pretending to be uh, uh, petty nobility in order to get attacked by bandits, but it's also not the first time. I guess it's kind of weird that it's happened more than once.
Hmm.
All right, Cecil Highwind and compatriots. I am Danan. I am. Well, I hate to put it this way, but I suppose I'm closer to these gentlemen, he says, gesturing towards the bandits, than most, though I don't profess to share their motivations. Um, as I said, I do somewhat owe you an apology, and it is really because of me that these people have taken up residence in this spot as a place to practice their craft, being that they heard about the successful um, liberation of funds from one of Baron Horva's tax collectors here, and so they came to try their hand at it.
Oh.
Hence why I interceded. If you had been just another tax collector, I may have simply stood aside, but I saw that you weren't any normal caravan. So, my apologies for inadvertently getting you involved and placing you at danger. I didn't realize that the Baron would start outsourcing so quickly. Why are you trying to stop this?
We needed work.
He
He's
yelled
late.
at our Lord Mayor, and she asked
Yes.
us to.
Oh, you're working for Pedalsoft.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right. That makes sense. This is technically inside of Barton's Homestead's territory.
What was one of Horva's tax collectors doing in Barton's homestead?
He raises an eyebrow. That's a very good question. Part of the reason why we attacked it was because of the pretty obvious injustice here. Baron Horva is essentially extorting funds from people in Barton's Homestead's territory and not inside of his own barony. Not that I particularly care for the political borders, it's just he's forcing people to pay essentially double the taxes in order to fund his fortifications and castle building. Horva Castle is becoming pretty substantial as a fortification, so I suppose all of that costs money. So I and my compatriots stopped one of his tax collectors and removed the funds that he had taken unjustly and returned them to those he had taken them from. Homesteaders out in the hinterlands. There's a couple of mills along the rivers to the east that Horva has decided belong to him.
Not
And
that
honestly,
I
he's
don't
pretty
trust you, but would you be willing to let us go verify that you actually gave the money back?
Oh, well,
Are
yeah,
these men
so
your compatriots, or are they opportunists who saw what was happening?
these are opportunists. I don't have any truck with these people. They're, except some sympathy. As I understand it, they're former workers. Horva may have stiffed them on some wages, and so they turned to this instead as a way of getting them back. Unfortunately, they chose you to attack instead of an actual tax collector. But honestly,
Do
they
you
would
have
have.
any idea where they got alchemical fire?
Alchemical fire isn't that hard to come by. They could have stolen it from
Fairly common.
another
Any
traveler, or just happened upon it, or they.
anyone with basic alchemical knowledge could make it as well.
Right. You can probably find it in general stores, perhaps maybe not in large quantities, but they only had a few flasks anyway. Sorry about your hat, he says to you, Biblo.
Yeah, it's okay.
Horva is a terrible person. I'm not sure if I've gotten that quite across. Like, please
No,
feel
he's-
free to verify my claims regarding the return of the taxes, but regardless of that, please believe me that the men that were initially accosted in this place deserved it. The people who actively serve the Baron are, generally speaking, of his ilk, and, well, frankly, don't really deserve too much of your sympathy. Still, that's besides the point. I am sorry, though, that the Baron saw fit to immediately pull Petalsoft into this, and thus yourselves. I didn't want another outside group to become vulnerable to this. It moved rather quickly. I honestly wasn't expecting these guys to set up so soon. It's only been about a week. But on the bright side, I guess you beat them. Congratulations, you defeated the bandits. And if I don't miss my guess, you were sent here to defeat the bandits that knocked over Hova's tax collector, yes?
Yes.
Danan looks at the tied-up group of would-be highwaymen currently groaning in a pile nearby. Well, it looks like that you've solved the problem. With Petalsoft alerted, I'm sure she'll take steps to intervene against the Baron's predations on her lands. It'll just be a matter of solving the ones that he partakes in on his own from now on. Hopefully. Presuming that's the case, we shouldn't have too much cause to interact anymore. Presuming that you stay outside of the Baron's lands, which I would recommend.
don't know. It doesn't feel right to just walk away from this now that we know. I don't know. What do you think, Quint?
I mean, it's not really. I don't know. It's not good, but I also don't know if we necessarily should be getting involved just yet, because
Okay.
we only know so many sides of this.
That's fair. But that being said, we are always looking for more help. There is
Yeah, sure.
something of a power imbalance here.
Well, I mean, I do think the Baron is awful, and I would like to hear him not talk anymore.
He has a very
So-
annoying voice.
Hmm.
Yes, yes, he does. So that being said, I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily going to be off the table that we eventually would be assisting.
Okay. Well, eventually is good enough for me. And if you could not mention that the Baron's initial tax collector was robbed by someone else,
Oh, well, he was robbed by these bandits right here.
of
Mhm.
course. Thank you.
In fact, I don't even know who you are.
Well, if that changes, I hope it's for a good reason.
So if we should want to, I don't know, talk to you again for any reason, is there a better way to contact you than walking down the road yelling, "Hey, we're tax collectors"?
uh, that would be helpful, wouldn't it? You can get in contact with me. You are based in Barton Homestead?
Well, sort of, mostly.
I have contacts there. One of them will make themselves known to you. And then you can talk to them. Going forward, if you need to contact me.
Oh, hey, that's a question. Do the woods ever rearrange themselves for you?
I'm sorry, what?
Like in a friendly way?
He looks back and forth a little. His hooves
That a thing that
shuffling somewhat
happens around
uncomfortably.
here? Like,
Uh,
does it happen often?
no, not to my knowledge. Are you? That sounds like some strange magical stuff.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
And considering the reputation of
Oh.
these woods historically, it's something that I would be very leery of.
But you're like you like hang out in the woods a lot, and this you've never seen that happen. Okay,
That
cool.
that is true. I do spend most of my time in these woods. But no, I can't say that I've seen them actively rearrange themselves.
What are the odds that that's happened twice to us?
Has that happened to you?
Yeah. A barrow sort of appeared out of the woods and took a child, and then there was a shortcut that showed up between where we're living and Barton's homestead. So one of them was good, and one of them was objectively bad.
Right. Yeah, the characters of those two things are pretty divergent. I mean, there are some things that I know of Fae in these woods, and there are some things I know of darker things as well. The barrow, was that, do you know the nature of what caused it to appear, or what took the child precisely?
Go.
My phone is ringing. Excuse me. One moment,
What's
please.
a phone?
One moment, please.
I want to hear Biblo tell the story of the missing child.
Well, there's not a lot to tell. It was a ghost.
I just like Biblo's voice.
We, my parents, I think they just got used to like checking up on me regularly while I had COVID, so
Oh.
now I'm getting calls. More often. Not that I mind, but still. Anyway, um, where were we? Ah, yes. What was the thing that took
Ghost.
the child?
It was a ghost.
A ghost,
A ghoul.
undead thing.
Goblins and gremlins. Yeah.
Well, wait, no. Was it a gremlin or a ghost?
It was definitely a shadow ghosty thing.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
okay. So
Yeah,
to be
ghouly.
clear, I'm not being pedantic. There's like important differences that are you dealing with an undead problem or some sort of dark fey entity? And from what you're describing, a ghost that would sound like the former instead of the latter.
There
It's
were
made out
also
of-
skeletons involved, so I'm guessing undead.
Yep,
It was made out of shadows and yeah.
a shadow is a fairly potent type of undead, so that makes sense. Can you tell me where this is?
Yeah.
Right outside Barton's homestead.
All right, I'll ask around for closer directions.
Well, it's just to the south through the orchard.
Just past. Yeah, just past.
To the south or the north? The orchard's on the north side.
Orchard's on the north side. I thought it was. I'm thinking of the map, so I could have it backwards.
either way, it's past the orchards. Pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
The orchard
Oh,
is on the
yeah,
north
I
side.
was. For some reason, I remembered it down here.
That's okay. Excuse me.
Isn't height.
And the strange fey, or fey. I'm saying fey, but that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you found a fey path, a fairy path, rather.
Yes.
Well, if it's not causing you to wander through the woods for 100 years, only for time to take its toll upon you all at once as soon as you leave the bows. Well, that sounds like it's a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, we're hoping it's the lantern fairies we saved from a hag, but also we're not entirely sure.
And lantern fairies are pleasant to be around, but I'd be surprised if they could manifest that sort of power.
Yeah, lantern fairies didn't sound like that either.
Sound like what?
Like a pretty lady laughing in the woods.
Interesting.
What?
Yeah. Did you not hear the pretty lady laughing in the woods?
No.
Well, maybe you should get your ears checked.
Maybe.
Huh.
There is some very old tales of these woods having a fairy court of their own in the very old days before the fall of Montague. But I've never had any interaction with it. I don't know if it could possibly still exist. The Fae tend to reflect the world around them, so frankly, I'm not sure I'd want to interact with any that spent 400 years ensconced in an undead apocalypse. Anyway, I don't want to belabor you all with this topic, and you do have a number of people to turn in for no doubt a reward, so
Oh. Like rewards.
Will they all fit in the cot?
not comfortably.
We'll drag them all behind it.
That's,
No!
We have rope.
That's
No!
not an acceptable thing to do.
Can
That's
make
like
them a
actually
little
how they murder people.
Can make a little sled for them and tie it to the. That'd be kind of fun.
Give them a nice like little fun trip while they're you know.
They might not enjoy it, but I'm sure you can fit them all in. They just might have to be on top of each other.
And we'll walk.
Besides, you have a very stout steed that perhaps can carry one or two across its back.
Pinky.
Binky looks bored, as he always does.
Wow, that horse's recovery time. He's on fire. He was terrified. He's freaking out.
Now he's just sort of flatly
Unshaken.
looking at things, munching on the various flora. Well, if that's that, my work here is done. I hate to put it that way, but until we meet again,
Yes.
Indeed.
what should I call you?
Theoretically, we're the young reliables is what we settled on.
I like that.
Not theoretical, it's true.
Very good, young reliables.
Yeah.
Until next time. And with that,
Safe travels.
And you as well.
Arrivederci.
And with that, he takes his leave of you. As you start, first he helps you put the bandits in the cart. Then he takes his leave of you,
It's in the cart.
and you begin to take your journey back to Barton's homestead. A journey that goes uneventfully. Though you do get a number of odd looks as you wheel into town a wagon full of partially conscious bandits. As you are passing beneath the gate and next to the guardhouse, you hear the flap of wings above you.
Oh,
Oh no, it's a dragon.
Yes, as a large, a gargantuan red dragon swoops down and lights fire to the entire town.
Instantly.
You are all immolated in a torrent of liquid flame.
Damn, that's just how it goes.
Oh, and then we have to like take the headset off and then go back to like our jobs in reality because this was all just like the Matrix. Whoa.
Yep,
It's like that.
sorry.
We have to
Whoa.
roleplay going to work. Ugh.
ugh.
We all have to roleplay going to work tomorrow.
Hey, I'd like to roll for restful sleep.
If only.
Roll at disadvantage.
Yeah, I would use my hero points on that. Yeah, I don't
Wait.
know.
Average.
Oh
Ooh.
no!
Oh,
It's disadvantage too. I had to take the one.
Ew.
man.
Anyway, where was I? Ah, yes.
Flapping of wings.
Yes, the flapping of wings as a dark-skinned man with darker plumage lands in front of you. He actually does the sort of Iron Man superhero landing. Um, Black pinions spread out to his sides, which quickly fold up as he stands to his mighty 5'6". He's dressed in a sort of lavender and gray uniform, which you have noted by now is in fact the colors of the town of Burchell. Its flags just being a gray and lavender part per fess. He carries a crossbow and has a blade at his side, and on his face, his purple eyes are focused into a look of both curiosity and the vague suspicion that you are about to cause him a substantial amount of work. And who are these?
Bandits that accosted us on the way between Button's homestead and the lands of Baron Holva.
Ah,
Yep.
I see. You must be the old reliables?
Young
Young.
reliables.
Young reliables. I'm sorry. Normally the idiom is old reliable.
Yes,
Mm.
that's why the name is the Young Reliables.
Yeah,
Ah,
we're very youthful.
I see. It's a play on words.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'll note that. These 8 are the bandits. Were there any others?
Yes.
Uh,
Yes. They're dead.
Hmm. How many did you kill?
all right, there were about 16 total, and we brought back 8, so yeah, about 8 didn't make
Understood.
it.
What did you do with the deceased?
To be quite honest, we left them. We figured getting the ones that were still alive back was sort of a priority.
He raises an eyebrow. All right. Note to self. Go bury corpses before they become a public health hazard. In the future,
In the future?
disposal of dead bodies is considered best practices,
Okay.
preferably by cremation. The building of a pyre in a forest can be potentially hazardous, but under controlled circumstances, if you're able to find a clearing, like for a road, and build one, you should be able to incinerate a number of bodies without incident.
Okay.
Wow, Vulcan? The hell?
I don't understand that reference.
No, he's not a Vulcan. He's a Falcon.
Oh!
'Cause he's a
He
bird.
sounds more like a Corvid.
Oh my
He,
gosh.
well, to be clear, he is a raptor.
Ah.
And actually, I believe I can throw you a picture of his token at least.
Show us our short king.
Where is he?
5'6" is not. Well, it is.
It's pretty.
It's taller than I am.
Yeah, it's not that high quality, but it's only the token. So.
There he is.
Yes!
Yes.
There's our little Vulcan.
Yes.
We haven't had a chance to meet. I'm Captain Court.
Ah.
Yes, that is short for something. No, I will not tell you what it is.
All right.
Good. I appreciate that we can get that out of the way without any further questions.
Yep.
Do you have further business here?
With you, I
Regarding
assume you
Homestead?
would.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you both
Wait,
spoke
with
at
you.
once.
I was gonna say in Barton's Homestead, yes. With you, I don't think. I don't even know who you are.
Well, he's Captain.
just told
Court.
you,
He's the
I'm Captain
of the
Court.
guard.
Yes, I know that much, but I don't know what your position is, what your role is.
While that is true, your friend's inference is correct. I am the captain of the guard here.
All right.
I expect you wish to be paid.
Yes.
Yes.
Most likely.
Stay here. And he walks inside
Okay.
the courthouse,
Okay.
the guardhouse. After a few minutes, he returns, and a number of Barton guards walk with him. You note that the guards of Barton's homestead are like many other guards in Ardania. They're armed with halberds, and they're not exactly the most heavily armored or professionally armored people. They mostly have a sort of semi breastplate made of bands of metal or a fold that goes down to maybe their thighs. But otherwise are just have a bit of mail and otherwise just some leathers. Still, they seem ready to do this job as they start hauling bandits off of your wagon and either walking or hauling them inside. Court, in the meantime, walks towards you with a sack of what you presume to be gold. I believe the established reward was 60 gold pieces.
Yep.
Sounds right to me.
He hands you it. You'll find 60 gold pieces within that.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So add that
And,
to the party loot.
Yes. And we will try
make
to
it-
be better about corpses and public health hazards in the future. Apologies.
Your cooperation is appreciated. Now, if you excuse me, I have to go inside. And with
Okay.
that, he goes
Bye.
inside. Where is the party loot manager? There it is. Oh, actually, it looks like the coins are already
I
set.
added it.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
All right, so I'll just distribute coins.
What
Oh,
was
I
his
can't do that
name
part, but you
again?
can.
His name was Captain
Captain-
Court.
Court.
I assume it is
Court.
CORT.
that is correct.
There we go. We got some coins.
And yes, with that, you have returned to Barton's homestead. Here, what do you do next? At this point, it is getting quite late, actually. Traveling out and then traveling back in, getting yourself accosted by bandits, and the ensuing cleanup. So,
Yes.
We're going home.
well, where you would like to go is up to you, but that may be a location that you would like to seek out.
Yeah, we could go home and then check in with the mayor tomorrow, perhaps. I don't know. I assume it would be best practice to actually check in with the person that hired us instead of just assuming it's all copacetic.
Can we go see the Lord Mayor before we leave? Or
You
do we
can
need another appointment?
You can stop by our house, but typically you do need an appointment to see the mayor. If you were to just like knock on her door, you can see if you'd be let in.
Well, we could ask her secretary to make an appointment.
You could do that too.
That's number 1, right? Yeah. What time is it? Is it like an ungodly hour?
No, well, it's about supper time. Late afternoon. You'd say.
Does the mayor's house have hours posted?
It does not.
What sort of RPG is this?
Excuse me.
Well, we could always go to the inn for dinner and just sort of, I don't know, check in, see if the one adventure per party policy has been implemented, and then we could go home.
You could do that.
I am low energy tonight, so my mind's blank on what to do. So excuse me,
I'm
I'm
going to
not
get
full
dinner.
of suggestions.
Yeah, I guess dinner is probably a good idea.
I agree.
All right then.
And check if what's his face is still schmoozing the mayor's secretary.
Well, we go to the mayor, but the real story.
What do you mean, the real story?
Are we? We're not in front of anybody, right?
Yeah, it's if you say that, I'll leave the inn. We can have this conversation outside.
I'll leave that.
Here, we can have some secrets.
The man that actually stole from the Baron.
Well, he didn't steal from the mayor. He stole from the Baron.
Well, yes, but
Have you ever heard the tale of Robin Lid?
no,
Thank you, Jake.
Very good.
I do not believe I've come across it.
Well, it's this old story that it was very popular when I was a child. It was one of those picture books about animals, and there was a raccoon, and he would go through the garbage and steal food and then give it out to the other woodland animals. And technically, he was stealing from like the garbage of humans. But at the same time, he was doing it to help people. Okay.
I understand. I do not mean end it that way. I mean if the Baron comes back and
That's
well,
true.
he continues. I feel like the mayor should know so that she may not send another. Well, one of our people there.
Yeah. That is a good point. We need to decide if we trust what's his name? Danan, if we trust the mayor and what we want to do, because I don't trust Baron Holver.
Yes, he does not seem very nice.
So you want to tell the mayor?
She seems nice.
I mean, she should know the truth about about how the Baron's has been taking taxes from her domain.
And join the secret.
Yeah, come, join the huddle. Join us at the wall, Cecil. There we go.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Which I suppose would be quite hard to explain if we don't explain the whole thing, unfortunately.
Really good.
Do you think the centaur will have a problem with us discussing this with her?
I think he will. Boozle. Indeed. Get in your box. Thank you.
Oh, right. Boozle's your cat, not your familiar.
Yes.
Sorry. I rescind my
it's-
meep.
It was an
That's what I
accurate meep. We can pretend that Boozle is also the familiar.
What's your
She was
familiar's
knocking-
actual name?
Microdipodops.
Right.
Okay, fine. 1 second. Let me arrange the cat. Okay. I think he specifically asked us not to tell anyone. But he also made it clear that he was still going to be attacking the tax collectors, but on Baron Holva's land, not on Botton's homestead land. But
Mm.
we could tell her that some got away, or at least one got away. We could stretch it and say that 2 got away.
One did get away.
One did definitely get away. Technically 2 got away. Yeah, it. I mean, what it comes down to is whatever we tell the mayor, the Lord Mayor, I don't think she trusts us enough yet to take our counsel or give us her counsel, if that makes sense. I don't know. I want to roll a trust check. 1 second. What are my skills? I don't know.
It would be perception if you want to try and get a vibe off of Mr. Danan.
Can I get a vibe off both Mr. Danan and the Lord Mayor?
Sure. What vibes are you attempting to get?
I'm trying to get trustworthy vibes from Danan and trusting vibes from the mayor.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I will roll twice. I'm not rolling well, but that's fine.
He's just not one. Okay. You don't have a good read on Danan. While he does immediately, he seems sort of like friendly, at least. Nice, but you don't know him. He's just this guy who rode out of the woods and helped you out, but by his own admission, he's also doing much the same similar things to the people that accosted you.
He is a bandit.
You'd probably disagree with the description, but conversely, the mayor might not. And indeed, while your roll for the mayor is a bit better on her vibe check, and you get that the mayor might trust those whom she has learned to trust. You're relatively new in your relationship with her, and you also get the sense that she takes her role as mayor very seriously. She has a devotion to maintaining the best or the to working in the best interests of Barton's homestead, and the idea of additional bandits potentially out there, even if they're ideologically motivated, it would likely be disturbing.
Mhm.
At the least. Up to you how you would like to proceed based on that.
Okay. So, my thought And this is, this is a community, this is a group, we can all vote on it if you would like. I feel bad that I'm doing a lot of talking, but also, I don't know, I'm doing a lot of talking, so I'll just keep going. We're already involved. We could schedule another meeting with the mayor, tell her that, the Lord Mayor, sorry, tell her that some bandits got away, but we got a good look at them. We saw what direction they went in. We could offer to, we've already been sort of deputized for this purpose, right? We could offer to just continue our investigation. And then when we... Sorry.
I guess the problem is, how do we tell her about that the Baron has been taking from people under her domain, without directly explaining the situation?
Well, we'd need proof anyway. We know that the Millers, or that the Millers on the border are the ones that have been harassed. We could offer to continue searching. We could use that opportunity to go talk to the people who have been taxed twice. We could maybe get them to come in and talk to the Lord Mayor. What do you think?
I might.
I would like, if possible, to check on the claims, that is, distributing the wealth back to the people.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another reason to go talk to the mills, the mill keepers, before doing anything definitive.
Yes.
Mill keepers
well,
are
I
often
don't believe
called
we need
millers.
I don't believe we need the cover of it still investigating for that. We could just go out ourselves.
Alternatively,
Yeah, but
if you're dwarven, you might call them a flowersmith.
a flowersmith.
I do like Flowersmith.
Anyway,
I
you may
love it.
continue.
Well, see, that's the thing. If we don't tell her anything, if we just step out and the banditry continues, A, she'll lose faith in us. B, she'll send out someone else, and then there will be another group that'll get involved, and we don't know them or their politics or their moral leanings. So that's why I said we're already involved. We could tell her that we're not satisfied with the outcome here, and we would like to, in our reliable manner, keep looking and try to see this through to its conclusion.
The problem is that raises more questions. So why are we going to see the mills if we're just investigating the bandits? And why did we ask these specific questions of them?
Well, she doesn't know that we're doing that exactly. We could go talk to the bandits that they have in the guard. Like, the guards have bandits. We could go talk to them first thing tomorrow, see what information they give us, and then sort of, I don't know. All we have to tell the mayor is we don't think this is over and we would like to continue looking.
All right. I'm just mostly saying I don't believe there's any way to get around this that doesn't inherently make the mayor realize we were being dishonest in the first place.
Well, we can simply not report for now, and make sure that we know exactly what's going on before we go back to her.
I mean, yeah, we don't know what's going on right now. We could...
That is true. The mayor did not necessarily demand that you report back. And now that you've been rewarded, technically you have succeeded in the letter of what she asked of you.
Hmm.
Whether or not that would remain the case, you don't know.
Yeah, Okay. I think 1 second. Let me collect my thoughts and state them clearly. Okay. So as it stands, we have a group of bandits and we have a somewhat self-righteous bandit who claims that he is doing good and has admitted to being the one to rob the tax collectors and has admitted that he will continue to rob tax collectors, but supposedly in Baron Holva's land. I mean, is it really lying if you don't tell the whole truth? Is it? I mean, no. Okay,
I mean, that's up to her.
Yeah.
'Cause she will realize.
I mean, she'll realize if we don't report into her, she'll realize that we didn't really complete it when the banditry keeps happening. Hello, whoever joined and or left.
It's me, the lovable scamp that ever was.
Yay.
It's the most lovable Nuva that ever was, new and re-energized.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nuva, what we're doing is we're debating what to do.
Oh, I see. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, so currently our position is, do we report to the mayor? Because if we report to the mayor, do we tell her about Danan? Or do we just tell her, because so our options are, don't report to the mayor and try to investigate this on our own, in which case Danan will probably keep robbing tax collectors on Horva's land, and then she'll come after, or will lose face because we didn't solve the problem. Or we could report to the mayor and tell her part of the truth, which is that some of the bandits got away. We don't think this is over. We'd like to keep investigating. Or we could tell her the whole truth, which is we got these bandits, but there's another group of bandits that's specifically going after tax collectors, and we would like to deal with them.
Well,
the main problem is that she needs to know that the Baron is taking taxes from her citizens. But the question is, how long do we wait to tell her that?
Well, okay, if that's your only problem, then we can tell her that as soon as we have proof.
Okay, so this is kind of I'm a little obviously out of sync. So I'm gonna ask what our particular history with the mayor is, in which
Hello, everyone.
Very much. Yep. So, but she's offered us hospitality and the fact that, you know, we're allowed to take quests and we're establishing a relationship with the town and all that. So that's a very important component. This is going to sound a little bit meta, so I'm going to now talk about it like 8 Eyes. 8 Eyes is... So, okay. Which I'm still kind of out of element. 8 Eyes thinks that, what's his name? The asshole?
Danan?
No, the other guy, the tax collector.
Orva.
Yeah, he thinks he's an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And he thinks that this is karma. So, frankly, if there's a way to, like, kind of essentially have this play out in a way where that guy gets what he deserves, which is his money stolen, I assume. Are they killing the tax collectors?
You are unclear on that point.
Yeah, that's I don't know if they deserve to die for that. So that's kind of especially with how 8 Eyes is somewhat of a pacifist. So that's somewhat of a concern to him. He would like to at least know how that's being handled. He would like to say that, like, yep, we fought bandits on the road. Some got away. This is still ongoing.
Yeah.
There was never, I assume, expectation that this would be a one and done. And yeah, we are going to keep Danan for now to ourselves. as we figure out what to do in regards to that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm
Mhm.
down with keeping info to ourselves until we get more information. That's
Yeah.
what I wanted to do on the other side too.
I'm just mostly worried about the Baron's tax collector still taking advantage of
Okay,
those in
you
Yoska.
keep hammering this point, but I don't see why.
Wait, what are they doing?
What do you want to do, Tomb?
I don't know. That's the problem.
What is the problem here?
The problem is he wants to tell the mayor up front that the Baron is taking money from her citizens, but we don't have any proof.
Yeah,
It would
okay.
just be us saying, hey, we met this guy in the woods who claimed he robbed the tax collectors because they're dirty.
Okay, let's do this in
So
character.
if we're keeping if we're keeping Danan to ourselves, if we're keeping Danan to ourselves, I think we should also keep that bit to ourselves until we have concrete proof,
Yeah.
because the mayor isn't going to be swayed without concrete proof anyway, right?
So for whatever reason, Adais develops this weird sense of overreach and foresight, and he's gonna say, like, essentially what we're gonna need to, like, we don't have enough details, nor do we have the pull or push necessary politically to essentially have our words carry any sense of political favor. So essentially, what we only can ride on is evidence, as like we're just gonna have to tell them what happened, keep the details like Danan to ourselves,
I mean,
and then we'll.
let me like phrase this right.
All
The
right.
problem is that I'm worried that we're going to keep doing it, and that people are going to keep getting their money stolen by the barony
Well, we can
before
figure
we can
something out about that.
before we can get the evidence.
Well,
Well-
that's just how it works. Sometimes you're not in all the places that need your help. That's just the sad fact of the fantasy life.
Ooh.
But
And so, by doing this and we get proof, then we can actually make a real change, other than the Baron just being like, "Nuh-uh," and then making his efforts
but
more.
the issue is if they do believe us, then there's someone who has further reach than us who can put more investigation into it than we can, because
And
they
you
have
think,
greater reach over this area.
okay,
I
I
don't know.
mean, if they already
Doesn't
had
matter,
greater
though.
reach over this area, wouldn't they already know? What would they do that we can't? I mean, she would send, I don't know, the god, Sir Amory, someone to go talk to them.
let's make sure that all the pieces have fallen in line for us to be able to. Okay, let's put it up. Here's my say on it. Okay,
Mhm.
we do not have. God, this sounds very out of character. I'm very sorry. We do not have a developed relationship with any of the entities we've encountered so far. That includes the mayor, and therefore our actions are severely limited until we develop that more. So essentially, we could use what we know to our advantage, and essentially, whoever leads the conversation can, pick up on, like, when we're talking to the mayor, just kind of, maybe if you're good at picking up on context, either restrain yourself or say what needs to be said. I'm of the opinion that we don't know the mayor enough to trust them with the information that we have at the moment until we have evidence. And unfortunately, I'm going to say something that's very morally unethical, but in order for us to get evidence, someone needs to have their money taken. And depending on who's taking that money, that's going to determine what we do moving on. Be it Danan or the tax collectors. So that's what I think. I don't think we have enough of an established, I guess, social link with any of the entities here.
And kind of going off of that too, because we have so little of a social presence established here, like, for all we know, the mayor could be in on this. In which case, us going to talk to the mayor is just going to make things worse because then the mayor will know that we are like suspicious. Um, like there's any number of ways we could look at this in a paranoid light, but the only way we can kind of dispel those claims and make a really concrete like decision is by investigating more independently and getting information so that we know that we are backing a side that we actually want to back.
Um, uh, I think what we could do that could be just, you know, be easier to maneuver would probably be just not reporting. We can just say that, hey, we need to go back out to make sure we burn the bodies or something. Find an excuse to just get back out there and find evidence or do whatever we need to do to like make sure that we understand. Well, not even evidence. My thing is that we need to understand actually what's going on because the only thing we have is a guy saying, "Hey, this is why we're doing this," right?
Mhm.
So I think like we go out, we see the lay of the land, we see things for ourselves, and then we can make a more educated decision. I don't think I don't think the mayor is untrustworthy, but that doesn't mean that the mayor can do anything about it, regardless if they don't have any type of evidence or anything. After all, the person's a baron, regardless. So
Well, the Baron and the Lord Mayor are equivalent in power.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
but he's kind
being
of
able
strong
to
arming her, isn't he?
it's not about strong arming. I would imagine removing somebody like that from power or affecting them will probably require like some pretty solid, you know,
Evidence.
yeah, you can't just go, okay, I'm also a Baron level powered. I want him out of here. Probably not gonna do anything. So at least like I think we should cautiously move and get the story straight so we can properly uh start something that might yield like a result that might be favorable to us.
I still think we should, like, even if we don't like formally go in and talk to the mayor, I think we should tell the guard, find some way to notify them that we're still investigating and involved, just because I don't want, I don't know. The last thing I want is another adventuring party to get involved and pick the other side.
I mean, we could simply leave it as we think there's more to be looked into. There might be more. What you
Yeah,
call it?
that's what I'm saying. I just want to like say that to the mayor and then we can proceed.
Doesn't have to be a lie, just a half truth. Eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
We are on the same wavelength.
Talos, you see a little patch of green writing appear in the upper left-hand corner of your vision. It says Arnulf disliked that.
That was not. That was above the table. Talos is not saying that.
I don't know. I guess Talos has broken his broken into Arnold's anathema, and he loses his paladin powers.
No,
No,
it's
no.
okay.
No, I have led Talos down the path of darkness.
Talos is, as you guys are having this conversation, Talos is just quietly kind of like what's the word, like shrinking in himself and like
No.
going he's just not gonna talk, so he doesn't, if he doesn't have to say anything, he doesn't have to say the truth. It's fine. It's just
Self-flagellation.
no, we're not gonna do that.
Okay, so so I think we have a plan. So we should go and see if we can book an impromptu meeting with the mayor for tomorrow. We can just check in and see if there's anyone in the office, I guess. Like if her secretary's there, and if not, we can just go to the tavern, eat something, go home, come back tomorrow. Proceed on our investigation and maybe burn some bodies.
What?
We left bodies in the forest that need to be taken care of, otherwise they'll fester and it'll lead to disease spreading.
Why is it our job to?
We got
Guess
told
we
off
killed them.
by a
You
very
put them
serious
there.
fella. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's.
He was like,
it's-
"You left
Oh, wait.
bodies? You didn't kill
Cecil
them?"
Cecil didn't.
That's true.
I
He's
don't.
doing killing
I
either.
also
Despite his
did
best
not
efforts.
kill it. Yeah,
Look
Nate
at our
didn't
kid.
kill anybody. He's a wrestler.
That's
Oh,
true.
well, I mean,
Oh.
you might not have, but I definitely did.
Then you do it.
I
I
already,
mean,
I already
we-
cremated mine.
That's
you know,
true.
we
One
do it
is
together.
already done.
I don't want to touch no dead bodies. I don't make. Eight Eyes
you-
don't like that. No, Eight Eyes don't like to touch dead bodies.
You
Eight
you
Eyes
don't have
is-
to touch the dead bodies, Eight Eyes. We just want you to come with us to be like our bodyguard. It's,
I guess I can do that. Eight Eyes can watch.
yeah, you can stay in the cart. You can pet Binky. You can.
I'm not Eight Eyes ain't no fan of Binky.
Why does Eight Eyes
Well-
have a southern accent all of a
I'm
sudden?
liking it.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just curious as to where it came from.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right.
I don't
He
know
suddenly
why.
went farm boy.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I guess that's the plan. Eight Eyes nods. He's fine with this.
All right.
Oh, holy crap! There is a I don't want to call it a high, but like boyalty after you eat. Oh man, you're just happy. Okay.
All right. Let's go to the mayor's house and just like peek in really quickly.
All right. Arriving at the mayor's house, you see the lights are on inside, but the door does appear to be closed.
Okay. In that case.
As you approach it, the door does open, and the mayor's secretary steps out briefly. She looks like she's leaving for the day, actually.
Ah.
With a shawl on and wrapped around her, and she sees you approaching and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, are you here to see Mayor Petalsoft?"
I can see it was a bad time.
Yes, it's dinner time, actually. She's currently taking her supper. Could you come back tomorrow?
Yes. What would be a good time?
Mm. One moment. She reaches down into a sort of pack and pulls out a small book. After leafing through it for a moment and looking at it, the mayor doesn't necessarily have walk-in hours scheduled for tomorrow, but I presume this is in relation to the task you were given? Right. I can get you in at 10 a.m. if that would be acceptable.
That would be more than acceptable, thank you.
Very good. I will pencil you in, and she, in fact, does so before closing the book and putting it back. Now, if you excuse me, I need to be getting home.
All right. Thank you for taking the time.
You're very welcome. At which point she turns and crosses the street and goes to one of the sort of apartment buildings that are built behind the chapel.
Okie dokie. Let me just put that in my notes in case we need it later. Apartment. Behind chapel. And then are we gonna go eat?
It's up to you.
Man, I
Wanna
hope
make-
they have street corn.
That would be on the street. Do you want to walk the streets and find street corn?
You'd have to be prepared. I don't want corn and
Looking
soft.
up and down the main street of Barnes Homestead, you do not see actually any street vendors open at the time. The various market stalls have closed up for the day, and well, it doesn't. It's not that big of a town yet, and it doesn't exactly have restaurants
Oh,
besides
8 Eyes.
the Silver Arm Inn.
Oh, 8 Eyes got a craving that he can't fill tonight. Guess he's gonna go to the tavern.
Oh my
Get-
god.
Yep.
Poor baby.
Let's go. Let's go.
Biblo like raises his hand up to you and like prestidigitates the like worst looking cob of corn you've ever seen. Just like this fake ass cob of corn.
Yeah. And and Eyes excitedly grabs it. Is it grabbable?
I think it would probably just turn to, I don't know,
It
magic dust or something.
Yeah, it quickly collapses into nothingness.
You watch as 8 Eyes is
Turns
like a
into
child,
confetti.
believing in Santa Claus for the last time as he grabs it and it shatters into dust. His heart is filled with absolute despair. He will
It-
hate magic from now on.
It shatters into like glitter and you get it stuck on you.
And also, now he needs to take a bath.
But even if he does, it's still gonna be on him.
Kea
It's
and
mostly on Biblo though. It like blew back into his face and now he's covered in glitter.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Biblo. I didn't realize that you were doing a trick.
Kea and Talos, you walk into the Silver Arm Inn, as well as anyone else who
Yes.
Yeah.
walks in with them.
All of us.
Remember, if you just actually, you shouldn't have to select your token. If you just click on the little
always forget.
house next to where you're going, it'll bring you in.
Is it this one? No, you gotta select your token.
Oh, okay. Well, my mistake. But yeah, you select the
This
number
one?
2. Yes. You see 3 people currently looking rather consternated while speaking to Damask. One of them is Fandril. His normal smug and expression currently somewhat more annoyed looking, while his large centaur companion stands behind him, scowling as he seems to basically permanently do. And next to him, the Alkendan woman with the glasses stands with pursed lips and a somewhat annoyed expression as well. This is ridiculous. We've been handling every job that we take, and why are we being penalized for this? Sorry, it's the mayor's decision. You can only have one job at a time right now. And I'm sorry, Fandril, but you're suffering from success. You've been taking everything too quickly. No one else can get to any. No one else being these 6, he says as you walk through the door. Why are we being penalized because they can't get up early enough in the morning to actually pick up a piece of paper? It's not my decision. It's not yours either.
Tell
I'm
me,
afraid.
doing 2 jobs simultaneously?
Well, I mean, think of it this way. If, like, you seem like a very competent gentleman, if you're really that competent and, like, to do that many jobs, you have to have had them planned out, like, beforehand, right? You look at the jobs, you plan it out, you decide what you're going to do. You just have to add an extra step in. If you're that much better than us, it won't be a problem. You can get them all done before we even roll out of bed in the morning, yeah?
It's not a problem. It is inefficient. You are correct in that we have planned out every single step of our journey, and now we are adding extra steps that were not necessary before and are not necessary now. But this is the decision of the authorities. Fandril, I do not think that there is further cause to argue on this point. We are clearly getting nowhere. I am
Fred.
going to retire for the night.
wait. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that's really cool about the things that we're doing right now. Let me tell you something. You're a party of efficient adventurers. You know what it's all about. You're the best of the best. We look up to you, and we want to be like you. And the only way that we can
Alright.
get to that level, I don't know why he's no longer southern. Is by taking quests of our own, and we'll be just as efficient as you, and then you can rely on us. The whole point is that we're a tight-knit community, shoulder to shoulder. We want you to be able to rely on us. That's what. How else can we catch up to you, fellas? That's all I'm saying. You're the best, and we want to be the best. That's why the law is in place right now. Sorry about that. If we could have, if we just you watch, you'll be proud of us.
Will you kindly roll diplomacy?
Okay. I should have made it like a performance, because I don't know. I'm untrained. What? Fuck.
Aw.
Hero point.
Yeah,
you
hero
want.
point.
Hero point it.
Okay, well, it's better than before.
I
Demaxis,
throw in puppy eyes for extra measure.
Demaxis and Brandenburg look at you rather flatly. Fandral seems a little bit more open to flattery, though he still seems somewhat annoyed. Well, I suppose it simply is what it is. All right, enjoy your bounty board. Try not to let it get too cluttered.
Of course.
We'll
Good
be
night.
watching you.
Of course.
Expect great things.
I hope so.
Come, friends. Ugh. And he is now retiring. On second thought, I am going to stay and have a tea. Kindly bring it to me at the fireplace.
Oh?
As you wish. How about you? Still want to? You want anything to drink, or are you just gonna sit there and scowl? I'm going to sit in the back and scowl.
I love him.
Really enjoying this new clientele. Alright, how about you all? You have success with your, whatever it is that you went out of town for?
Yeah, we beat a bunch of thieves up.
Did you know?
Yeah, they wanted our horse dead, I think.
Ooh,
Wasn't
that
really
sounds
quite sure.
dangerous. Oh, you're the ones with the really, really pudgy horse, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
so
small head,
cute.
big body.
Actually, he really has a normal-sized head. It's just,
He stomped the man to death.
my God. Wow.
Yeah, he's got a thirst for blood now.
Oh.
Mm,
They seem less impressed and more disturbed by this.
that's just how it is in the wilderness of adventure. Do or be dude. I mean, his daughter. Fuck. No, Eight Eyes doesn't
Yeah.
curse.
Yeah.
Anyway, Shanaska asks if you want anything for dinner.
Sure. Do you
What's-
have a soup of the day yet?
We have chicken soup.
I would love chicken soup.
I'll have
Eight Eyes
chicken
gonna
soup.
ask if that chicken in the chicken soup is non-soup.
What?
What?
I want
What the fuck
chicken.
are you talking
I
about?
want chicken. I want the chicken. I don't want soup. I want
Remove
chicken.
the soup.
Oh.
Remove the soup from the chicken.
Do you just want a baked chicken or roasted?
Whatever is comfortable with you. Whatever's available. Whatever is gonna have me filling my gut
I'll
in the nearest
I'll
moment.
check to see what Throom has available.
And give me the most non-adult drink you have.
He's high on adrenaline. I'm so sorry.
Why is he talking with the accent now?
I
Give it.
think
No one knows.
You don't understand showbiz.
I
Yeah.
clearly don't.
Uh,
Is may I have mutton with bread?
Mutton with bread. Think we
Yeah.
have mutton? I'm sure we have bread. Sure.
And-
Eliana, would you put that order in, please? All right.
Take it.
oh,
soup of the day.
Yes. You are soon
Soon.
you are bassoon.
Soup.
You are soon given soup and mutton and bread.
I'm at the soup store.
Wait, is this a? I never thought about it. Is this a fireplace?
That is a fireplace. There
My-
is a set of antlers above it.
My biggest question here is this like a couch, like a lazy boy? Like
It's a big
boy?
armchair.
my-
Unfortunately, recliners haven't quite been invented yet, but it is a comfortable looking armchair with an ottoman.
I'm gonna when I get my mutton, I'll
The Ottoman Empire.
I'm glad that I'm
Who
not
made
the
all
only
the
one who-
Ottomans?
the ottoman.
Mm.
I'm not.
How
the
did
only
you uncenter your pog?
Shift
Whole shift.
while you move.
Yes. Now you too can be perfectly centered on a or positioned on a stool or chair.
Grab yourself, then press hold shift.
I know. Oh, holy crap! I can ignore the grid. I'm powerful.
Technology. Yeah.
Also-
Brandenburg watches you sit down. She gives you the vaguest expressions of acknowledgement as you do so. And the chair is quite well made. It only creaks a little as you place your weight upon it, and yeah, it is much more comfortable than the stool.
Tell us what like is that like a footrest in front of it too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! Talos will kind of squeeze himself in there to be as occupying as he can be on the chair. Move his hooves on the.
I mean,
On the
Talos,
footrest?
Talos occupy the chair is really built for a regular-sized human. So Talos, you occupy it
Very well.
in spades. But it is as it is not constrictive for you at least. So it is actually quite comfortable as
He'll just stare into like the chimney. Is it lit?
Yeah.
Just stare into the fire as he eats quietly.
All right. You are thus left in, despite the noise of the tavern, you and are left in a relatively quiet and contemplative spot as as the only sounds around you, as the din of conversation seems to fade away, and you are left with the sounds of your own consumption, the crackling of the fire, and the occasional sip of tea or turning page from Brandenburg as she
Or soup.
sits across from you. The rest of you are enjoying various other meals, soups or otherwise. The meals, by the way, would cost about a silver piece each of you for each of you.
Okay. A silver piece.
So currently don't have anything on the board right now, but I expect that will change tomorrow morning. Considering that's when I post them. You might actually have a choice of what to do for once. Congratulations.
Exciting times.
Mm-hmm.
What time do you post them?
I post them as soon as we open, so typically about 7.
Okay.
Okay.
Will you be staying here, or will you be sleeping at, I guess, Limina's place now? Or your place?
It's Limina's place, but we'll probably return there, I think.
Hmm. Yeah, with her name, it might be, could call it the liminal space.
Wow.
I mean, considering that FA path does lead there and back, it could be a liminal space.
That is still very strange to me. But yeah. On the bright side, Fandrel's Raiders probably can't complete all 3 quests and pick them up in time to beat you here, so I think you'll be able to actually pick from a quest or 2 tomorrow. Congratulations. I think I said that already. I'm sorry, I'm tired. The guy voicing me had COVID recently, and it's kind of still doesn't have full stamina yet.
No worries.
Thank you.
What?
I know, there's a bit of a weird excuse. Forget I said that.
I don't know what COVID is, but it sounds terrible. Wow, I'm sorry. I'm retconned.
Anyway.
The mask pulls out a shotgun and shoots 8 eyes.
Damn.
Nana's here. I'm replacing that guy.
I'm
Fucking
here
asshole.
to gain revenge for the death of my father.
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Exactly. But yeah, with that, you are able to finish up your dinner. The rest of the evening seems to go quite well. And unless there's anything else you would like to do before returning to your party's abode, then we may cut off for there tonight.
I think about good for right now.
Is the centaur still glaring in the corner?
He's not really glaring at anything particular. He is just sort of.
I think his face is stuck that way.
He's glowering a little, but it's more just a moo of distaste in general.
Look, there's tears going down his face. It can't move.
No. We gotta help him.
Alternatively, it's that one creepypasta of the guy in the corner was actually dead the entire time, and that's why he wasn't moving.
Oh my god.
I mean, you saw him move just a little bit earlier.
He's dead.
But no, he does have a seemingly permanently grumpy look on his face. But currently he's also just sort of minding his own business and eating his own dinner. So he's also having mutton.
Oh, mutton's good.
A
Still in my
substantial amount of
swag.
it.
And on that, we end the session.
Yes, mutton is good. End of session.
End of session.
We leave.
Thank you all for playing, and yeah, we will pick up again next week with
Level 3.
the continuing complications of politics in the forest. No, you
I
did
go
not
all
level.
the way back.
I'm afraid you did not level up from this session. But
No.
Did you guys know that the streaming service Crackle and Redbox have the same parent company? Do you know what that parent company is?
Anheuser-Busch.
Cracker Jack
Sony?
box.
I don't know.
Chicken Soup for the Soul.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
What the fuck?
That's funny.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
I just went down a rabbit hole. That's all.
okay.
Amy made Penang curry for dinner tonight. That shit
Oh.
was bussin' on God for real, no cap.
Alright.
Mhm.
Okay.
Nah.
It was really good.
Stay on your mama.
I
No,
hated
we
all of that. Alright. Cells,
Yes.
I know
Just
you
not
don't
here.
read I know you don't read the manga.
I was about to say, wait, I don't read?
Just end it with that. Yeah, Styles, I know you don't read.
Styles, you don't read the
I know you
manga?
don't like the picture books,
Yeah, the
But-
manga of my own campaign is. I refuse to read it. Can't.
but yeah, yeah. But I need you to start reading Dungeon Meshi because it's ending and it's
Ooh.
up
I know
your
he was
alley.
what he was gonna
I gotta start
recommend.
that.
I've been
Uh,
meaning
yeah.
to pick that up, and
It's
Yeah.
it's the I know you're gonna really like it. It is like tailored for you. It
I'll
is a
pick that.
Jim's dream. All right.
Nice.
In the
Also,
meantime, I
also
read-
obviously, Rita, you would like it because there
Yeah.
are it has the thing you like, that concept you introduced to us, which is the living dungeon. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, on the other hand, you could also read a really good and very cute romance manga called The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. It's really
You could
good,
also not do that.
but it's
Wow.
really good.
Wait, what's it called?
The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity.
What a title.
One
It's
second, let
really
me
good-
Google
it's
this.
Really good.
Wow.
that is certainly a title.
It's about a boy from an all boys school that's like a bottom feeder school. Like they're all really like generally bad academically, and they're
Yeah.
like known to be delinquents.
Oh, the art's
Uh,
cute.
And a girl from the next door neighbor all girls like private school that's like the elite of the elite. And
Cute.
they end up meeting each other and over time grow closer. And he's very sweet because he's a nice, considerate young man who is just used to everybody thinking that he's scary, and so he assumes that he's not allowed to have happiness. And it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I love
Yeah,
it.
it looks cute. Maybe I'll check that out.
Oh, it's a good read. Like it's the every it's the
I haven't read a
it's very
romance in a bit.
it's very wholesome. His friends are all very delightful. It's
Cute.
never it never goes into any like weird territories. It's just very like earnest with its feelings.
Oh, I have it bookmarked. There you go.
I also have it bookmarked.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me do like Nuva whenever we say happy birthday, Nuva.
What? This is a thing?
Well, anyway, I'm gonna cut off the recording now because this takes up some memory. So, yeah, you all have a good night, and anyone who's watching, you too.
Bye bye.
All-
Oliver, have a
Yeah.
nice night.